In historic terms, it was eons before Tahrir Square became an icon of liberty. A month before the eruption of a popular revolt here swept out decades of authoritarian rule, my wife Jess and I spent 10 days traveling through Egypt without a package tour. While we were frequently greeted with warmth and invitation for tea or meals, our first lesson about traveling in Egypt was the difficulty of deciphering intentions, calculating risks, and calibrating how to haggle. In Cairo, we made it to the city's major sites, the Egyptian Museum, the towering mosques of the Islamic section, and the Khan al-Khalili Bazaar. We also visited less frequented sites, including the Al-Azhar Park, a strangely pristine oasis of gardens and fountains that provide an especially peaceful perch at sunset. We devoted a day to exploring the pyramids of Giza, Saqqara, and Dashur, where with throngs we gawked in awe at the precise lines of the massive crypts, some of which have defied the harsh sun and pummeling winds for more than 4,000 years. We joined an overnight jeep tour of the black and white deserts, past black, volcano-shaped hills, to the goopy, Dali-esque spires of the White Desert. When we returned to Cairo, we found our way through the crowded metro to the overnight train to Aswan, the most southern city of Egypt. We awoke the next morning in the balmier climes along the Nile and sought help from the nearby tourist office in arranging a 2-day sail on a felucca, a traditional wooden sailboat. The ride lasted only 1 day and ended abruptly in the morning. We floated across the river, and the captain told us to carry our backpacks up a steep bank where a minibus was waiting to take us 3 hours north to Luxor, the tourist haven often described as the world's greatest open-air museum. We stopped along the way to see the towering temples in Komombo and Edfu, both of which retain ornate hieroglyphics and towering columns, until we came upon a large, menacing portrait of until recently the long-ruling President Hosni Mubarak in dark sunglasses. This was the welcome sign to Luxor. When we finished exploring the antiquities, we caught a 5-hour bus to Hurghada, an aging resort on the Red Sea, where we boarded a 30-minute flight across the bright blue water to Sharm el-Sheikh. We bargained with a hotel shuttle driver to take us to Dahab. We spent the time diving along untrammeled reefs and beside Barracuda and climbing to the top of Mount Sinai. At the end, we rolled north along a mountainous road in a minibus, drifting between sleep and stress about the final challenge of negotiating how to cross the border into Israel.